Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. Now, the topic I want to talk about is Kubrat Pulev, Hughie Fury. Now, for those of you who haven't subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button. A little bit about BWTM before we continue. BWTM, previously known as Bayloric TV, has been around since 2009. With regards to Hughie Fury, Peter Fury, Tyson Fury. First interview was with Hughie Fury, was Peter Fury back in 2013. This was when Peter Fury first took on the role to train Tyson Fury back in 2013. So I wanted to know who Peter Fury was. Bear in mind, that interview was done in Grenada. I was in the Caribbean. Okay. That was one of the first interviews I did in 2013. So I just want people to know that. So if you are a Tyson Fury fan, a Peter Fury fan, a fan of Team Fury, please do check out our collection, the Furious Collection. That is on our playlist on BWTM. It's a collection of interviews we've done over the years with Peter Fury, Tyson Fury, Hughie Fury. We were the first to interview Hughie Fury the night before he went and had his professional debut. We got that interview. We were the first to get we got the one-on-one interview with Tyson Fury. We were the first to get a one-on-one interview with Tyson Fury that was going 350,000 plus. This is when he was champion. So we got regular interviews with Team Fury. And the only reason why I'm saying this is that sometimes you hear things over the internet which are incorrect. So I just wanted to make that quite clear before we went on. So let's see where we're at. So I want to talk about what's good, Ingram. Yes, good to see you in the room, Lawrence Williams. Good to see you in the room, Gypsy Boxers, Dan Simpson, Peter Fury, the man who knows his stuff. He is an absolute legend and a beautiful man to be with. And yeah, absolutely. Been doing this now for over 9 years, and never felt the need to copy. Never felt the need to follow other people, do what other people do. We do our own thing. We've got enough things on our plate, and like I said, we're going to be doing bigger and better things soon. So we were the first to do a Google Hangout. If you don't believe me, go back and check the record. It was the boxing Hangout. That was when Google first started doing videos. We did the first boxing show. Since then, and then after that, it was the Boxing Voice. And then since then, obviously, they've gone and done their thing. We've done other things. You know, we have done many crossovers within on the channel as well. So you'll get crossovers from different channels as well that have been a part of BWTM. Right. I just wanted to give a bit of background for our newer subscribers that may come here today that want to find information. Okay. Now I've got rid of small talk. Let's talk about Hughie Fury versus Kubrat Pulev. I think this is a very important fight. I think this is the best time to take this fight on right now. We know that Big Baby Miller is probably not going to be taking that fight against Kubrat Pulev, and he's going to need an opponent. Hughie Fury's just, you know, he fought against Sam Sexton. He's in training. He's meant to be having another fight soon. I think this is a perfect opportunity because I've spoken to Peter in 2 interviews recently. One, I did an interview with him just before just before he's going to fight Sam Sexton. Just after he fought Sam Sexton, I spoke to Peter Fury. And on both occasions, Peter Fury said, quite out and out, we'd take Kubrat Pulev tomorrow. We would fight Kubrat Pulev. And Peter was a man of his word. He's not interested in Hughie Fury getting a record of 35-1. He wants Hughie to fight the best fighters. Remember, despite what people may say about Hughie Fury, that Jerry don't like him anyway. This guy was the first youth amateur world champion. Yeah, so that takes a certain amount of skill level and boxing ability, despite what the note will say. So Hughie Fury's definitely got the ability there. For me, I think if you look at Kubrat Pulev and you look at Joseph Parker, I think Kubrat Pulev stylistically is a better boxer, but I still think Kubrat Pulev is a limited fighter, and as he's gotten older, you know, his jab. Every time you look at Kubrat Pulev, it's his jab. But he is vulnerable, as we know, to left hook because he's a very upright type of guy. Perfect style for Hughie. Hughie is much more less robotic. He's loose and languid. And that jab that comes up rather than coming straight at you, comes up, flicks it from the hip. I think it's a perfect fight for Hughie. I think that Kubrat Pulev is getting older, is slow in age. I think it's a perfect opportunity for Hughie to get that fight, beat Kubrat Pulev, and then put himself as the #1 contender in the IBF. I think it's a perfect fight, the perfect time. This is the time now for this to happen for Hughie Fury, and I hope that Hennessy can get that fight for Hughie. I really do. Would you consider Big Baby a ducker if you don't fight Pulev, consider he's a big brash talker? No, they might not really, because I remember Kubrat Pulev years ago, when Kubrat Pulev was first on the scene, going back years. Kubrat Pulev was meant to fight Bryant Jennings. And Bryant Jennings, they were saying, oh, people don't want to fight Kubrat Pulev. People were ducking. They were trying to push Kubrat Pulev on Tyson Fury a lot. And then they pushed on Bryant Jennings. And instead, Bryant Jennings went and fought Vladimir Klitschko. Now, let me take you back to Kubrat Pulev's history. Pulev's history, he offered Bryant Jennings 200, I think it was 200 grand to go and fight. I think it was 200 grand to go and fight in Bulgaria to fight Bryant Jennings, which is peanuts to a top contender. At the time, Jennings was unbeaten. Go to Russia or Bulgaria and fight out there when you know the judging is going to be dodgy as it is. Why are you going to do that? You've got to pay your staff for training, sparring, your manager, your promoter. You've got to pay all that money to get that all sorted. And 200,000 is nothing. It's chump change to a top contender. So that's why that fight never happened. So a lot of Kubrat Pulev fights didn't happen because he was basically he was low balling, not giving the money that was necessary to the fighters. And so for me, Kubrat Pulev is a good fighter. I think he's a very good fighter. I just think that Hughie Fury is better at this stage of his career. Would it be a good scalp on Fury's record? Absolutely. It would be an incredible record, a incredible fight to beat Kubrat Pulev, the #1 contender. You have fought your way, not being elevated by IBF rankings. You've gone and fought the top guy in the division. You've gone and won the British title, and then you've gone and taken on the #1 contender in the IBF. You can't say he's ducking anybody. He takes on Kubrat Pulev, and I think he flattens Kubrat Pulev. I really do. I think he's got hand speed. I think he'll get all over Kubrat Pulev, and I think he'll manhandle Kubrat Pulev. I really do. At this stage of Kubrat Pulev's career, because Kubrat Pulev, with all due respect, is not known as a one-punch knockout artist. So Fury doesn't have to worry about that one-punch knockout power, and everything gets set up on the jab. And I think Hughie hits hard enough. He's big enough. He's long enough to keep it long if necessary. He's got a thunderous right hand, and if you can get the left hook in as well, beautiful. He's more active than Klitschko as well. Klitschko is a guy who'll sit on the back foot and use the jab, and not engage as much. Hughie will engage with Kubrat Pulev. I think Hughie beats Kubrat Pulev, to be honest. I really do. I think it's a great fight. I think he stops him. I think he actually stops Kubrat Pulev. Won't get decision over there the way he fights. He's gonna have to go out there and stop Pulev straight up. He's got to go out there and stop Pulev. He's got to go out there and make another statement. Get over there and take Kubrat Pulev. Take him into a fight. Get him out of there. Don't allow Pulev to start getting into rhythm and getting that jab. Get into Pulev's face, hit him, hurt him early, and get him out of there. Now, Pulev's a macho type of guy. Get in there, and he can't be hurt. He can't be hurt. You saw the Klitschko fight, so he can't be hurt. He can't be rocked. And I don't think Kubrat Pulev's been the same fighter since that Klitschko fight. You tell me, since that Klitschko fight, what Kubrat Pulev has done. Since he got knocked out by Klitschko, what has Kubrat Pulev done? He gone, that was great. Well, he beat Derek Chisora, but Derek Chisora's no great boxer. Let's be honest, he's a brawler, but he's not a boxer. Kubrat Pulev's got the great style for Chisora. Jab, jab, Chisora runs in, jab, jab, jab. But now you're fighting a guy who's got equally as good a jab as you, faster hands than you, longer arms than you, and he's got youth on his side and has the ambition to actually want to be in the world title contention. Derek Chisora is not interested in becoming world champion. He's not interested in getting belts. He's interested in getting paid well. That's what the Kubrat Pulev fight was about. Hughie's just got to be busier. If he is going to use the jab and moving style, he's got to be more volume with it. I think we've got to put that Parker fight to one side. People forget the Parker fight. Hughie had not fought for such a long time. He came over the Fred Cassie fight. He wasn't well in the Fred Cassie fight. He jumped from the Fred Cassie fight straight into the Joseph Parker fight. It was a big jump. It was a big jump. I think Fury did well. But now he's back in the ring. He's active. He just fought Sexton. Let him get in against Kubrat Pulev. I've seen Hughie up front, up close. I've seen him up close. I've seen what he can do watching him spar against some tasty sparring. I've seen what Hughie can do up close. I think Hughie would benefit from taking a few more fights like Pulev, Povetkin before trying to get another world title shot. Totally agree with you there. Totally agree with you there. Love this fight, but would have to win by KO in Bulgaria, which may be tough. I think he knocked Kubrat Pulev out at this stage of his career. Pulev pulled out more times than a guy trying to avoid getting pregnant. Better football also. So for me, it's got to be Hughie Fury, Kubrat Pulev. Fight's got to happen. And, you know, that's the next fight. That's the next fight for Hughie Fury. Then he's #1 contender for the IBF. He just sits, you know, then he's IBF #1. See nothing wrong with that. Nobody can say that, oh, we ducked this person or he's going for Kubrat Pulev. And I think if Peter can make that fight happen, they'll take it. And I think they would actually go to Bulgaria as well. I mean, I think they would risk it and go to Bulgaria. I really do. But if they've got the money, they'll bring Kubrat Pulev to the UK. But I really think they'll take the fight regardless. Regardless. I don't think that Miller's a better boxer than Hughie. I think Miller might be a better brawler than Hughie. He might be a better brawler, but he's not a better boxer. Hughie will take it, and Ingram, you know it. The interview with Peter, the smile, said it a lot. Yeah, well, I think so. I think the fight, I mean, I haven't spoken to Peter since, but knowing Peter the way I've known him and doing the interviews all the years I've done it with him, I kind of sense they'll take the fight. They'll take the fight. I think they want to be world champion as soon as possible. They're not messing around. They don't want to take 5, 10, 15 fights. They want to fight the best. They want to prove a point. So he's ready for world titles, no doubt. He's already done it with Parker. Pulev is not a big danger to you. I say it as well. Not a big danger. Take the fight. All right. Some other news I want to talk about. Dave Allen in the news. Tony Yoka's been missed 3 drug tests, so I understand, and he's been suspended for a year. Tony Yoka, the guy that beat Dave Allen, the Frenchman. So he's been suspended for a year. So it's pretty sad to hear this information here. Pretty sad, but drug cheats are not appreciated in the world of boxing. So if that's the case, then Yoka has been suspended, and good on whoever suspended him for that. What else comes to mind quickly? Let me think. We talked about Hughie Fury. Is there anything else that I need to talk about? Miller's a bit crazy to turn down his fight. Might be a reason why Miller turned down the fight. Might be money, might be contractual. You don't know what it is. You got no idea. You never know. The contract may say, if you beat me, you got to fight me again in a rematch in Bulgaria. Who the hell wants to do that? You just don't know what's in these contracts, and you just don't know what. You don't know when they're negotiating, who's doing negotiating at the table, what they want, how they want the fight to be. Maybe they want to fight in America. I don't know. You don't know what's negotiated at the table. So it's not always because people don't want to fight. Sometimes it's about negotiating around the table and contracts. So I'm not going to say Miller's a coward. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because he was happy to go and fight Joshua next in Brooklyn. So I don't think Miller's a coward. No. Hughie is still young. He's getting better all the time. I agree. He's going to be a very dangerous heavyweight. But people talking, Hughie's 23, 24. You know, people talking like Hughie's 38, 39. He's going to improve. He's going to get better. And he's got a top-class trainer in Peter Fury there to support him. Do you think AJ will fight Povetkin in the dates at Wembley? Well, he's got no choice, is he? He's got to fight Povetkin. If he doesn't fight Povetkin, he's got to fight Povetkin. So I don't think there's any way out of it. He's got to fight Povetkin. If he's not wild, he's got to fight Povetkin. Who else can he fight? I tell you what I can see happening. This is what I can see happening. If there's some way that Joshua can beat Povetkin and he beats Povetkin, I suspect we will see Joshua Dillian Whyte Part 2. Why? Because if Dillian Whyte beats Joseph Parker and in good fashion, and Joshua beats Povetkin, that sets up an all-British showdown. Dillian Whyte gets his world title shot against Anthony Joshua. A rematch will sell out. That will definitely sell out Joshua Whyte, the rematch. and say then April next year we'll get what Joshua always said he wanted to fight. Next year we'll get Wilder versus Joshua. But Povetkin, I remind you, is no walk in the park. Yeah, I did talk about the AJ deal. I don't know. I haven't gone in too much depth into it, but I do believe that we're looking at Povetkin and possibly Dillian Whyte. Povetkin and Dillian Whyte, they're the two fights I think that'll happen. I mean, like these guys, I'm going to use an example here, and I'm going to use a war example. Do you remember George Bush? Remember when George Bush talked before he got into office, and he said, well, he's going to make up for what his dad would do, and he said he would go into he would go in and do the bombing here. We're going to go 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 here. Remember he had that big speech when Bush said America was going to invade here. America's going to go here. America's going to go here. America's going to go here. And America's done exactly what they said it would do. In each of these countries, they've gone in and invaded and bombed, right? Very much like how Hearn and Joshua are. They're telling you what they're going to do before they actually do it. They're telling you. They told you, we'll fight Klitschko. We'll fight Parker. You know, we've got Povetkin in the country fighting against Price. Well, Povetkin's not coming from Russia to come to England just to fight Price for the sake of it. There must be something dangling at the end of it. So you've got Povetkin versus Joshua. And look, who's on the undercard? Well, Dillian Whyte's fighting Joseph Parker. Why not? If Dillian Whyte wins that fight, when Dillian Whyte fights Joshua, keep it in-house. Why not? Makes sense. Makes sense. And they've been talking about it. He said he didn't want to, Wilder Joshua wasn't going to happen until April 2019. It wasn't until 2019. And Joshua said it in first. That was the first line. He said, well, I don't see Wilder until 2019. We're going to get, it looks like, in 2019 now. Do you think Frank Warren would put Price in with Fury this year? If Warren puts Price in with Fury, I think it's absolutely ludicrous. It's dangerous. Say what you want about David Price, but it's one thing David Price has got over Fury, which is ring activity. Don't care what anybody tells me, well, Fury's got this and Fury's that. Fury was. There's no evidence. No, I have seen no evidence yet. No evidence to say that Tyson Fury will ever be the same fighter he was that fought against Vladimir Klitschko. That fight is, for me, done, gone. Don't think it's happening. Don't think we're seeing that fighter again. But I think what we do see is a new version of Tyson Fury. Whether that version is enough to beat the elite fighters, well, we'll have to wait and see. But from the fight from Safa Safiri, it didn't look very good. So he's going to have to show. And I think David Price, the one thing you'll discount with David Price is that right hand. And I wouldn't want to see that. I would not want to see Price's right hand detonated on Fury's chin. I just wouldn't want to see that. Not at this stage of Fury's career. Because I say, he can say what he wants. He's the best heavyweight in the world and blah, 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 blah. Mate, bottom line is, you have to show that. You have to demonstrate that. Not with your mouth, with what you do in the ring. And from what I've seen so far, Fury's got a long way to go before he can even mention being in the likes of Wilder and Joshua, because the state he's in at the moment, or was in against Safa Safiri, he's nowhere near world title contention. Absolutely not. Let's see what's going on here. If Allen is playing to be a durable heavyweight German, now he should grow to love weights. At least he should get more strength and muscle to take those heavy shots. Well, I kind of warned Dave Allen about this sort of journeyman, what they were going to do. I told Dave Allen when he was unbeaten fighter, they're going to use you as a journeyman. I can see it happening. And I told him that before he took the Richard Towers, before the Richard Towers fight. And he used to be a regular on my show, Dave Allen, and I warned him of it. I warned him. I said to him, you're going to be used as a journeyman. You're going to be used and abused and then thrown away. People whispering in his ear. I don't know who whispered in his ear, but people have obviously whispered in his ear. Don't listen to Ingram. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's talking shit, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? Time always reveals. It reveals what people say, whether it's true or not. Time is a real revealer. And I just wish nothing for the best for Dave. I didn't agree with the Ortiz fight. I didn't agree with the Dillian and White fight. I certainly didn't agree with the Yoka fight. There's a level. And I really want to see Dave build momentum, and then really go for a British title. That, you know, people on YouTube and know better, and they will only manage. And when I've got fighters now, when he's run through and been, you know, tossed to one side, fight fans are not going to care a dime about him. I'm telling you. look at great fighters, Jerry McLennan, who've done more than Dave Allen in his career. Michael Watson, guys who've been injured by the sport of boxing. Most fight fans just don't give a damn. You know, the guy that got seriously injured by George Groves. Fight fans don't give a damn. They just don't. Most of them don't. Few of them do. Most of them don't. So I'm very, when fight fans say you should fight this person, you should fight that person. Listen, I just hope Dave is getting paid the maximum amount of money each fight he takes. It's a short career. And after boxing, it's, you know, I just wish him the very best. Great backdrop, much better. Listen, we're getting there. We're getting there. I'm just experimenting. We're going big. When I said we're going big, we'll be going big. The backdrop is nice, but we're going to get better soon. I'm just still in experimenting mode. I've got my microphone ready, and I got some more things to show you guys in time. But thank you. I appreciate that. Hughie sub-level, too small for the show. Really? Sub-level, sub-elite. Really? Okay, mate. And what is your if you're going to say these things, then I want to know, explain to me what makes you believe a person's sub-elite. Please explain. Pricey can bang. Can Nathan Gorman make it to world level? And even can he beat Dubois in 2009? I have to fancy Dubois in that fight, but Gorman's looking a good talent. Gorman is a very good fighter. Very good fighter. Good hand speed, puts his hand, put combinations very well. Really nice, tasty fighter. I think Gorman needs to be taken at a good pace. Take some, you know, former world champions, ex-American fighters, take him to America, show him off in America. Take your time with Gorman. I think Gorman, he's one of those guys that, you know, he's one of those guys I'd love just take your time. Take your time. Take your time with Gorman. Take your time. Because this guy has got something a little special about him. Take your time. Why did Dubois fight? Why does he have to fight Dubois? Let him carve his own career out and do his own thing. Gorman's doing his thing. Let Gorman go and fight. I'd like to see Gorman do his own thing. Go and pave your own pathway. Go and win a world title. And if Dubois is there later, go and fight for a world title. But for now, forget Daniel Dubois. Fight someone else. I think White AJ is a 50-50. White improving. And if KO's Parker, big statement. Yes. Next fight for DeGale. Eubank Saunders. Me, betting man. I'm going for Saunders versus DeGale. Somewhere around September 15th, 20th. Saunders, DeGale. That's what I'm betting. I don't know anything about it, but if I'm a betting man, I'm going that way. Saunders ain't got no one to fight. DeGale is in a no man's position at the moment because of the Super 6 tournament. Although, if Callum Smith was suddenly to surprisingly drop out, DeGale's got opportunity there. So I'd go in this order. Saunders, Groves, Eubank. And $1 million to 1 shot, move up and fight Anthony Yard. Big up to Ingram on all his hard work. Loving the new background, bro. Thank you so much. We keep working, bro. We keep working. Parker has a solid chin. White hasn't. Well, we'll see. I mean, he took some pretty big bombs against... you know, the only guy who's dropped White, knocked White out was Anthony Joshua. And let's remind you, once again, on this channel, check the preview, White versus Joshua. Dillian White was injured. Dillian White wasn't fit. Told you. He went and took a fight. The guy wasn't fit. He was injured, and he went and took a fight. And even then, he did what he did. So he fought on heart and guts. That's what Dillian White fought on. So for me, I think Dillian White is starting to find that left hook again. That shoulder seems to have healed up quite nicely. So I think Parker might get a rude awakening. He's got to be careful of Dillian White's left hook. And I think if he can hit and hurt Parker early, Parker might not want to know about, he might not want to engage. That's what I'm suspecting, but I could be wrong. Joshua Hughie would be a tasty fight. Pointless. Absolutely pointless fight, personally. Pointless. No, I don't agree with that. I don't think it's tasty at all. Triple D is it's a clear factor. Triple D has to fight better opposition. You're correct about Gorman, Dubois. Absolutely. Why Dubois? Why? You've got two good British fighters. Why do you always want to get these British fights clashing all the time? Leave that crap alone. Let the two guys make their way. Let us be. We've got so many good British fighters. Let's go over to America and beat some American fighters up. Let's go to Europe and beat some European fighters up. Let's have 1, 2, 3 in the world of being Great Britain, Great Britain, Great Britain. Let's have that and let them all be unbeaten. Why not have that? Why do we have to fight one another? I don't get it. I don't understand it. You know, we all can't go down the Lennox Lewis route, right? If you want to do that, then there was a reason why Lennox Lewis fought guys in Britain, because he was British, Commonwealth, European champion. He went and fought the guys in Britain. He cleaned up in Britain because he was British champion, made made the defenses, the Commonwealth, the European Championship, the Commonwealth Championship. He made defenses. Derek Williams, Gary Mason. Who else did he fight? A couple other British guys he fought as well. Yeah, Derek Williams, Gary Mason, somebody else that Lennox Lewis fought. But yeah, I just think that always isn't the way. Let me ask you another question. Nigel Benn, when did he fight for a British title? Frank Bruno, when did he fight for a British title? Joe Calzaghe, did he fight for a British title? All these guys have gone on to be respectable world champions. So that you don't have to do that. And why do you make those domestic rivalries for world titles? Why don't you make it for a world title? I don't get it. I mean, DeGale versus Groves, yeah, great. But what did we learn from it? Well, there were two guys who really were amateurs, just turned pros. They only had to build fights. So make it happen. Let's make it happen when there's something really to fight for. You know, Warrington versus, what's the guy's name? Selby. That was a good fight. What made it a good fight is because Selby was the defending champion. It gave Warrington the chance to jump into elite class and beat a world-class fighter in Lee Selby. Now Warrington is unbeaten in the world rankings and high up in the world rankings. Now we're going to find out how good Josh Warrington is. So I just think things like that happen. I think it's great when those things that happen. Dubois is at least 2 years behind Gorman, I think. I thought you were sitting in the gym. Haha, nice work. Thank you so much there, Mick. I appreciate that. Might do next time up. Next time I might have moving background. Who knows? Gorman, Dubois should fight. Groves, DeGale. White, AJ. A loss didn't hurt DeGale or White. I would have to disagree with you there. I would have to disagree with you. White and James DeGale's career was affected by those defeats. If somebody tells me in this era that a defeat does not hurt your career, they have no idea about what they're talking about. The business of boxing. When you make statements like that, you're talking about boxing that happened 10, 20 years ago, when you didn't have casuals in the room, casuals, dominating boxing and being the market. But when you lose your O, it means a lot. It means about your marketability. And if you don't believe me, blame Floyd Mayweather. Everybody's following the Floyd Mayweather pattern because Floyd gave you the O. Floyd gave you, and I'm not giving a satanic sign there, Floyd gave you the O. He gave you the O. He gave you the 0. He gave you 46-0, 47-0, 48-0, 49. He gave you that. He sold that unbeaten record. He sold that unbeaten record, and he sold it with lots of money. You know what I mean? Lots of money. I got lots of money, and I'm unbeaten. Nobody can beat me. So everyone's trying that model. Everyone's trying that model now. So yes, a 0, getting beat in this era does matter. It does matter. The days of Leonard, Hagler, and Hearns, them days are done. Forget it. Not happening. Forget it. So when people say a loss doesn't matter, then they're not studying the business of boxing today. If a loss didn't matter, then Wilder versus Joshua would have been made already. In that case, then other fights would have been made already. But because that one is a problem, Spence and Crawford would have happened already. Crawford versus Thurman versus Spence would have happened already. But it's that O. Everybody wants to keep their O now because they know when they lose, they have to rebuild. So I totally disagree about an O. White's power is underrated. Sparked a fat inactive Brown, who was terribly gassed by the time he got iced. I respect White as a fighter, but I don't really rate him. I think Parker sparks him. Interesting. Hi, everyone. Hey, Gaines. Did Did anyone ever tell you look like Luke Cage, Ingram? Ah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Now start playing that music in the background. Yeah, White, it still looks pretty undefined, to be honest. Bit of plodder as well. The thing about Dillian White, which is what I still don't understand, and I'm gonna ask him when I get a chance. What is Dillian White? Is he a brawler? Is he a boxer? Is he a puncher? Is he a slugger? What is Dillian White's style? Can somebody tell you? Or is Dillian White an all-round style? He can slug a bit, he can box a bit. What is Dillian White? He can punch a bit. Is he an all-rounder? What is Dillian White's style? Somebody please tell me. Gorman versus Trey Lip. Is that a good enough American? Yeah, that's an exciting fight, isn't it? And he's got the whole Tommy Morrison thing as well, the left hook. Yeah, it's a good fight. Oh, really? Trey hits harder than his dad, apparently. Oh, okay, let's avoid that fight then. Lomachenko has no O. What? Why are you bringing Lomachenko into the conversation? Are you out of space or something? Lomachenko, how many amateur fights has Lomachenko had? How many amateur fights has Lomachenko had? And he took a fight against Salido. You know, he was inexperienced at the time when he fought Salido, right? That's the first professional fight he had, which went 12 rounds. Come on, stop talking crap, man. Put things in perspective. Not everybody has 350 plus amateur bouts with such a record that he had. I think he had one loss as an amateur. Come on, man. Don't bring Lomachenko to be the mark for every fighter across the world. Come on, don't talk crap like that. I agree with you 100%. British can dominate against the Americans, then have a British dust up. What is a satanic sign? Never mind. According to his coach, who was his dad, Tommy Morrison, coach too. Okay. Warrington has something not a lot ever had. The third biggest city in the UK behind him really spurs him on. I think absolutely. I think that's a key thing. That's a marketing strategy. I remember saying to Dave Allen, Dave, get yourself connected with a football team. Leeds United, Leeds Rhinos, get that. Get behind them. Use that as marketing. I think Josh Warrington could be, and I say this loosely, the next Ricky Hatton. Because he's got that fan base. He's got the football team behind him, right? Remember how Hatton had Man City behind him? I think Josh Warrington and Frank Warren are onto something here with Josh Warrington. If they do it right. They can have like how Hatton had defenses. Josh Warrington can do the same thing with the IBF title. Honestly, they pack out arenas. Really milk it. You know, he's got the ability to be a pay-per-view star. I know people say pay-per-view, Josh Warrington. He could do it. He could do it. He could do it. He could be another sort of Scott Harrison as well. I see that with Josh Warrington. Do you only ever talk about? That's very, very strange. I'm not sure what that meant. Sean Miller. Why are most fans aren't putting pressure on title holders from 175 to unify? Because I'm sure there'll be a Super 6 or Super 8 tournament, and then there'll be unification, I'm sure. White is a fresh Chisora. I think White's a better boxer than Chisora, to be honest. Chisora's style was always based on fighting taller guys, bob and weave and get inside. How I know that is because I've known Don Charles for many years, and his style was to get bob and weave, get inside. Derek Chisora's style, much of an illusion, because Derek Chisora, the reason why David Haye was able to knock Chisora out is because he couldn't adjust that style. That style was bob and weave, trying to get inside. That was great against a guy that's 6'5", 6 and 7. And a lot of those fighters are hitting the top of Chisora's head. They're not hitting his chin cleanly. When David Haye fought him and Haye are similar height. Haye was catching him with clean right hands, and Chisora couldn't get out of the way of the right hands. Why? Because his style is one-dimensional. He can only come one way. So when Haye was catching him with big right hands all the time, Chisora didn't know what to do. He was confused. So if you look at the ending where Chisora threw this sort of slap, sort of punch, that was out of frustration. It was out of frustration because Chisora didn't understand what he would against guys that height. And he was a guy that could punch. So Haye was able to get full leverage in all the shots. Whereas a lot of the taller guys, Chisora's hit the top of the head. They hit the top of the head. So it can be interesting how Chisora does against Takam. Just wait, we'll have to see. He's been working with Bryant Jennings, who should be going home today from the UK. So we'll look forward to that. Why would Frank Warren want Gorman Dubois from a business standpoint? You build them up and then they fight for the belt on the line. Gorman versus Dubois versus Jennings. No, I wouldn't want to see that. Gaines, PP, Loma fought 300 bums in the amateurs. Well, we won't be having any more conversation, myself and you. White did beat Chisora, but Chisora wasn't at his best. The more I look back, I can't but think he should never have got the Klitschko fight. The Klitschko fight came too soon, as far as I'm concerned, in Chisora's career. Way too soon. He had about 15, less than 15, 16 fights. It was a good performance for Chisora, bearing in mind where he was at his time in his career. So, yeah, bearing in mind where he was in his career. He was a very young guy, Derek Chisora. The guy is... Oh, here we go. Here we go. I see you. I see where you're at. I see you. I'm not even going to give you... Right, there, I see you. See you, Sean. I like Warrington, top lad. Ted Lad, met him a couple of times, very down to earth. I thought Chisora edged a great fight, so did I. Chisora did edge that fight. Yeah, I had Dubois up a round. I had right up one round, but still can't find place in heart to see him as anything other than okay. But everyone fought bums in the amateurs. Really? Okay. I think you're another one that's got to leave my room. Sorry. I can't be doing that sort of rubbish in my room. Hey Ingram, by the way, Miller is no longer pursuing the Pulev fight. Exactly, and that's why I think Hughie should jump in and take that fight. Absolutely. Leeds is bigger than Manchester, and not many cities have one team. He has a city behind him. Look at that. I think it's amazing. Like I said, I've got to love Chisora. He fights like Joe Fraser, just not as good. Agree with you there. Sorry, Fraser. Yeah, I agree with you there. I agree with you. Just not as good. And he hasn't got as powerful a left hook either. And he doesn't leap with his left hook. That's another thing. Will Hearn let Jacobs fight Deverenchenko or who wins? I do believe that Jacobs is fighting Deverenchenko next. And I think that's a good fight. Jacobs needs to be a world champion, I think, to re-stamp his authority. And Deverenchenko is that guy to beat. Everybody wanted Golovkin to fight Deverenchenko. So we'll see how good Deverenchenko actually is. Just because he's got Chenko at the end of his day doesn't mean that he's as good as Lomachenko. We'll have to see what exactly Deverenchenko is all about. I think Jacobs is a solid fighter. BK says, don't accept him today, boys. LOL. No, just not dealing with the trolls today. Trolls belong in a spot, and that's where they belong. You know, I don't have to explain myself to anybody. And I'm having people coming on here telling me what I am, who I am, and what I'm about. I'll tell you if I feel bitter about something. I'll tell you if I feel upset about something. I'll tell you the truth. I'm not going to lie to you. And I don't owe anybody an explanation. And if they don't like it, get off my channel. They can unsubscribe. Very simple. Not taking any prisoners. And I want to talk to boxing fans about boxing. Talk about the things that we love. Let's talk sport. Let's focus on positive things. Loma is great, but he looks a bit physically too small to mix with world-class welterweights. Yeah, well, we'll see. But he's a talented, very talented fighter. Ingram, can I be honest? Can I ask you honest opinion on Ortiz? When at Matchroom, he was boxer at #1 and WA #1. When he signed and fought Scott and Allen, AJ then fought Klitschko for the belt. It sits sore through in my throat. Well, I mentioned this to you before. People made a big fuss about when he signed. He's with the best promoter in the world. I said, okay, well, let's see what the best promoter does with him. And like I said, that's what he did with Luis Ortiz. And I think that was all just to keep him away from AJ. Otherwise, what's the explanation? So it is what it is. It is what it is. That's just an example of a situation. I am waiting to hear some very interesting news today. But as soon as I do get that news, I will let you know. Good for you. Thank you very much, BK. The problem is Charlo will more than likely fight Monroe and Andrade like a son to Rozier, but Andrade is fighting Falcao on July 21st. Andrade is a guy who's got to fight regularly. He is a dark horse in the division, and I believe he now is the WBO #1 contender for Billy Joe Saunders' title. Not a fight I think Billy Joe can win. I think Andrade is far more talented than Billy Joe Saunders, and that's a fight I don't think Billy Joe can win. I just don't. I think Andrade is so talented. And if he can get boxing, the only way I think Billy Joe can win the fight against Andrade is if he catches Andrade ring rust day. But otherwise, Andrade is a different class, absolutely different class. Give us a hit of the news. I won't give you a hit of the news. I'll just break the news to you. There's a lot of examples with Matchroom, but I find when I mention it, people call me names. Listen, just speak your truth. Speak your truth. Be honest and say what you got to say. That's it. You don't. When you speak your truth, you don't have to be disrespectful. You don't have to be, just be honest. Just speak your mind. Say what you feel, and just that be it. Ortiz is a listener of the era. No one wants to smoke unless you're feeling lucky. LOL. Is Pulev confirmed for Fury? I guess you've just come in late. If you look at the question mark there, I'm basically saying, why not Hughie Fury take on Kubrat Pulev? Because now Miller has pulled out of his fight. He's not interested in fighting Kubrat Pulev. And having spoken to Hughie, having spoken to Peter for the longest time now, they want the Kubrat Pulev fight. So it's a great opportunity. He's moved up to number 3 in the world now. I think he's number 3 in the world in the IBF rankings. He was number 5. He moved to number 5, and I was in the room with Peter when it happened. We were actually having a meal together, myself and Peter Fury. We were having a meal together during the interview, and he's got a call from Mick, and he said, and it's on the channel, so you can check it out yourself. And Peter's reaction. See, he moved from 5. I think he moved from 7 to 5 in the world, and now he's moved from 5 and potentially can move to 3. So he doesn't even have to take the Kubrat Pulev fight, but I'd like to take him fight the Kubrat Pulev fight on principle that he fought the number 1 contender, and nobody can say he didn't fight the number 1 contender, and then push for a mandatory spot. Ingram talks his mind. He's no fanboy. He's a real boxing fan. No, not many about. I don't care what people think. I'm not here to entertain. I speak my mind. If you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't. Not doing it for views, although the views are nice. And yeah, if you understand, BWTM is not just about boxing, and boxing, sports, news, entertainment, culture, whatever. It's all there from BWTM to BWTM Sports. Check out the 2 YouTube channels. It's there. Gosh, do you spot on Andrade? Andrade's talent is way underrated because he doesn't fight enough. Do you think Eddie worked out he was juicing and that's why he dropped him? No. Pulev would want bucks and Hennessy would pay for it. BK or Eddie juiced him, LOL, LOL. He was 5 hours. He was 5 an hour ago. There you go. There you go. So he's ranked 5, so he's moving up. He might move up to 3. I heard that the rankings, he may move up the rankings again because he wasn't 5 an hour ago. Well, he was moved to 5, but we got the news obviously beforehand. So if he's moved up to 5 an hour ago, then that's news that we had weeks ago. That was the day before. The day before Savannah Marshall's weigh-in. So for his last fight. Okay, Ingram. The winning purse bid for Miller Pulev was 2.1 million. Terry Tibbs. Oh dear. Yo, Ingram, walk on, fam. Yeah. Hey, do you want this top, by the way? Because you're always talking about shirts. I am, by the way, going to get some BWTM tops out soon, so look out for them. That's all part of the movement, as they say. Porky Ross was saying Hughie should fight Tony Bellew. Does that fight make any sense? Absolutely none. Absolutely none. So he beats Tony Bellew. So flipping what? For me, but it's, Ross is entitled to his opinion, but you got a choice. You could fight and become number 1 contender for the IBF title, or you could fight Tony Bellew. In a fight that Tony Bellew is not going to take. Why is Tony Bellew going to take that fight? Why is Tony Bellew going to take that fight? Well, if you sit down, I've just fought David Haye. Why would I fight Tony Bellew? Why would I fight Hughie Fury? What do I gain for beating Hughie Fury? Oh, that's right. That's right. I could become British champion. Although I was WBC cruiserweight title champion. Yeah, that's right. I'll become British champion. Tony Bellew would have fought Hughie Fury had he not fought David Haye. I could get that. I could understand that. I could see that. But why would you fight WBC Cruiserweight Champion? Regardless of how he got there, he's WBC Cruiserweight Champion. What the hell would you go and fight him? I wouldn't. If I were Tony Bellew, if I was going to do a cash-out fight, I'd wait for the winner of Usyk and Gasayev and challenge him at heavyweight. That's what I would do. Personally, that's what I would do. And maybe he's waiting around for that. And risk reward. Does Tony Bellew beat Hughie Fury? No, sorry. No shock. Another yank ducks a hard fight. Miller's all mouth, no action. Please, I don't know about. It's not all about ducking. If you've seen the contracts, and then we must move away from this culture of calling people duckers. People get in a ring to fight for a living, right? Don't call people duckers. Have you seen the contract? Have you seen what's been negotiated? You don't know any ins and outs. If the contract was for you to go to Bulgaria and fight for less than you've been fighting for in your career, why would you go to Bulgaria to fight Kubrat Pulev? And if you lose a fight, you go down the rankings. Really? I don't think so. So I am moving away from he's ducking somebody, unless it's a blatant, flat-out duck. One way to duck in boxing is to ask for extremely amount of money, a lot of money. That's how you get out of a fight. Just ask for ridiculous amounts of money. That's how you get out of a fight. That's a duck. That's a swerve. That's how you do it. Or you vacate your title. That's a swerve. That's a swerve. But you don't. But ducking just because he doesn't want to fight somebody, it could be contractual. So I will not call Big Baby Miller a ducker because I haven't seen the contract. So I'm not open to that. So I'm not going to call him a ducker. I won't call you names. I'm a massive Matchroom fan. Great. Fantastic. Good for you. How is he moving up in between fights? What are you talking about? Next. I think Miller and Fury both beat Pulev. I think Fury could KO him, even though it was Sam Sexton. He was sitting down on more on his punches and could be more the Jamil Charlo effect. I think that you look at a guy who's 23, 24, and he's got 10 years to grow and develop. So that's what I think. Thanks, BK. I'm gonna have a blunt to that. Hi, Baylor Eric. How you doing? My man, Pekadeka, how you doing? Is boxing dead? It's not dead, but the way it's going, if people don't, boxing is alive and well. Golden Boy has now announced that they'll be doing boxing free on Facebook. I think that's a fantastic deal by Golden Boy. Main Events is getting involved with it as well. We broke the news on the channel. It's great news, and more boxing on Facebook free. So, hey, if you've got a Facebook account, I don't know more. I just deleted my Facebook account today, so boo-hoo to that. You're going to have Bayloric merchandise, T-shirt, etc. Yes, Pekadeka, we're going to do it, but we'll have it on the online TV station when it launches. I called for this fight as soon as Miller said he wasn't going to fight Bulgaria. Yeah. BK says, already having one. Thank you very much, BK. Oh, you're talking about a blunt. Enjoy your blunt. Belly will fight for the Unified Cruiserweight Championship for money. Yep, that would make sense to me. Mad Ross, Office Rocker, gets loads of hate. LOL. Jonathan, I placed a bet on Usyk to win World Boxing Super Heavyweight title before December 19, 2019. 250 to 1 and 1,000 to 1. That's great there. It's going to have to get past Gasayev, and I don't think that's easy. I'm backing Gasayev to beat Usyk by knockout, and that's a big one. But I don't think Usyk is developing as a fighter. I think his skills are going backwards rather than forwards. Let's see. Usyk to heavyweight, then Tony Bellew to fight in heavyweight World Boxing Super Series with Usyk. Yeah, that'd be something, eh? Miller's a good fighter. Give the man a chance. I'm giving... What? I think Miller is a good fighter. You have to give him a chance, of course. I rate Miller. He's a solid fighter, and that would have been a good fight with Pulev. Yep. Is Miller ducking, or is he just being wary of fighting away from home in a country where the favorite boxer will be opponent? I agree with that. Totally agree with you. That's why I don't call people duckers. What are Usyk's chances of being a heavyweight contender? got to get past Gasayev, yes, yeah, and that's no foregone conclusion. At least with 4 organization contenders have more chances to get mandatories. Okay. Does Hughie beat Usyk? We'll have to see what Usyk does against Gasayev. And remember, you've got to think to yourself, remember, every time Usyk fights, he's got a trainer who doesn't have the vast amount of knowledge that a Bashir, a Fury, a Sanchez would have. So his skills are not going to be getting any better. The game plans, he may have Lomachenko's father in the corner, but that's Lomachenko's father, and that's for Lomachenko. I am not. And it's not because he left Bashir. It's if he left Bashir and he went to another trainer that was just as good or just as experienced. I really think this thing with him leaving Bashir is going to bite Usyk in the ass. I really do. I mean, before he left Bashir, he wasn't getting his face busted and bruised up. He wasn't engaging in those sort of fights. You saw him fight a masterclass against Glowacki, and his hands as well were getting damaged in fights since he left Bashir. So there's something about Usyk we need to look at and be careful of with Usyk. I don't know. I just think if he fights the same way he fought against Breeders, he's going to get clipped and knocked out. Are you going to do live commentary of the World Cup matches tomorrow? Prediction? No, I probably won't. What's tomorrow? Friday, right? I'll do some previews as I've done so far. Rob Plants. I've got a barbecue to go to tomorrow as well. Cricket. Rob Plant, so much madness about fighting in Bulgaria. It's an IBF fight. Would be mutual judges and ref. People think Bulgarian ref and 3 Bulgarian judges. LOL. I'd say all countries have dodgy cards. Well, that was the best payday for Miller until now. Am I wrong in that? The best payday for Miller would have been against Anthony Joshua. That's it. And probably Miller's might fight Joshua after Povetkin. There's that. Think that out as well. So yeah, Dillian White or Jura Miller at the end of the year at Wembley. BWTM Ingram, I need some merchandise, bro. Sort me out. I heard you supply Maradona. Some of the good shit, yeah? Yeah, we supply good shit. Non-blunt. I like Gassiev too. Another Marciano, perhaps. Yeah, dangerous. It's not like Hughie's progression arc is that pronounced. And you're saying it from what technical standpoint, Ruben? You're making a lot of statements, but probably to get a reaction from me. But when you make these statements, Ruben, can you explain? Can you elaborate what you mean by the arc? Tell me your boxing background, who you've trained, who you've managed. Talk to me about your the technicalities about Hughie's arc and how he's not improved. I think he's improved. I've watched him improve. Seems like he's regressed a bit. Really? Regressed? Of course. BQ. Everyone's sketchy about going Bulgaria. LOL. Then all go on holiday. It's not Soviet 80s time. They've moved. Maybe he's still tough, but surely for 500,000, they don't think can knock him out. They ain't taking it. Well, I don't know. Usyk looks vulnerable lately. Miller does not seem like a ducker. No, I don't think he looks a ducker. And Usyk does look vulnerable. LOL, Ruben, stop. AJ only fighting in September, then April 2009 confirmed on Sky Sports this morning. Yeah, right. Well, because Sky Sports is something that you can rely on, considering that Eddie or Matchroom is on Sky. So it's always a conflict of interest anyway. So really not the most reliable source in the world. Conflict of interest. So you have a conflict of interest with the promoter and the broadcaster being in bed with one another. So really? And then you listen to the commentary. I mean, I think there's a sickness, and I'm going to talk about it. There's absolutely a sickness within boxing. I don't get, and I don't understand it, how you can go to the same source over and over and over again, and it proves to be inaccurate over and over and over again, but you still go back to it. I can't understand why you watch something over and over and over again, have the same people talk the same crap, and have the same biased opinions week in, week out, but you go back and listen to it week in, week out. Surely that can't be right. That's sick. I don't get that. Me personally, I don't listen to the commentary. I switch it off and I do my own commentary. So I try to be as unbiased as possible. But hey, each to their own. But I'm not getting caught up in it. Who's next for Bellew? Talk about Ward fight. It's gone quiet. Really? Does Andre Ward really need Tony Bellew? Really? I don't think so. And my daughter's joined a local cricket team. I'm Scottish, never really knew about it, but she loves it. Wow. Yeah, I'm launching a girls' cricket side. Actually, I'm working with a girls' cricket team. So I'm doing a tournament that's going to have 24 girls taking part in it. I was fortunate to have been coaching through the years, working with one of the top girls' teams in the country, and had Lydia Greenway, one of the top England female players in the world, working with her and working in her team. So I'd be really fortunate in cricket to do some real coaching with some real top players, male and female, that is. Hughie's on the early 20s. The kid's got very good talent, of course. Dates confirmed, but no opponent. LOL, of course. There you go. Bellew looking for payday, then retire. Sounds to me like the right way. I think Wilder will fight Tyson Fury first in Vegas. I sincerely hope that Tyson Fury does not fight Tony Bellew. I don't care how much skill Tyson's got. You don't come off a 2.5-year layoff, fight Sefer Seferi, and then go and fight Deontay Wilder. You just don't know. No. Snake Hearn stopped the Joshua fight. He wouldn't give Wilder a rematch clause. Oh, I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. If the fight's made, it's made. I don't really care. I'm not one of these channels going to keep going on Wilder Joshua. It is what it is. Let's move on and talk something else. Twitching like a crackhead. I'm twitching like a crackhead. I'm also blocking like a crackhead as well. Bye. I'm on a war against trolls. I like it. Just block trolls off the channel. It's really nice. Fury fighting another Eastern European plaster on Frampton's card. And now let's talk about another thing. I think I might do another video. Josh Taylor versus Amir Khan. Who wins? Taylor after about 6 or 7 rounds. Because I think the speed is what Taylor's going to have a problem with. I think Taylor's going to get caught with right hands because he doesn't seem to be able to block right hands. If Postal is able to catch Taylor with right hands, and he's pretty basic in his style, I think Khan will catch Taylor with right hands. But Taylor will catch him with the overhand left, and I think that's going to be the beginning of the end. Blocking like a crackhead. LOL. Yeah, you know, you got to love it, haven't you? One more positive for Tyson. This weather must be helping strip more fat. LOL. Yeah, I'm telling you about it. It's stripping fat off me as well. Mind you, I'm not that fat. It's just camera does put weight on. Tyson would do it for tens of millions. He's primarily a prize fighter. It's strange. Frank's got a fight deal and we'll put him on undercard of Frampton. Means Frank gonna be headlining show December, maybe. Fury. Well, maybe he's headline. Who knows? But I will say something to Fury fans. Bear this in mind. And do remember I said it here on this channel at this date. Tyson Fury is running out of time. You think I'm joking? He's running out of time. Here's what happens. You remember when Fury fought Klitschko? Remember the time when he fought Klitschko and where Anthony Joshua was, right? He becomes champion, right? He doesn't defend against Klitschko. Joshua keeps fighting. He then vacates the belts. Joshua fights, beats Klitschko. He then makes defense after defense. He keeps fighting, makes defenses. Tyson Fury's still not fighting. Tyson Fury comes back into boxing. Changes his trainer. What has he been doing for those 2 years? Physically, mentally, emotionally. What has he been doing? Joshua and Wilder have still been fighting and still been improving. They've got that one thing that Fury hasn't got. Activity. And boxing is about consistency and activity and improving. Fury, is he going to improve under Ben Davison? That's the question. Is he going to improve under Ben Davison? Is he going to have the discipline he had under Peter Fury under Ben Davison? Will he ever get himself into sort of shape of Ben Davis with Peter Fury as he does with Ben Davison? Those are questions that need to be answered. And this, in terms of Safa Safari fight, he can't come into shape like that anymore. So now he's fighting. Remember, Fury's training to lose weight. He ain't training to fight. He's training to lose weight. So while he's constantly training to lose weight, Joshua, Wilder are training to become better fighters. And that is something that Fury fans need to consider. Who should Tyson's third fight be? Assuming that the third's a big name. I don't know. I frankly don't particularly care. How the hell did Hearn and Warren miss fight and signing Josh Taylor? Don't know, but I'm glad for Barry McGuigan. Fury has lost weight, but he's also, the muscle has gone wasting away. Peter Fury. Tyson's milking his linear status for reasonable paydays. Yeah. CCR, yeah. Atrophy is normal for any weight loss. Yeah, he looked a different. Yeah, he left. He looked like a star and brought something different. Now he's playing catch up to himself first, then others. Ben Dover is a fake car salesman. He's just ringing a living, a bit like myself, says Terry Tibbs. Ben Dover is what it is. I'm not disrespectful to Ben Davison, but the question people have got asked is the question: how did Ben Davison get himself into the position that he's in? And what is the relationship between Fury and Davidson? And is that a relationship where is it master-slave relationship? Is it, pupil-teacher relationship? Is the respect there between trainer and fighter? Is it trainer leading fighter? Is it fighter leading trainer? These are questions of boxing fans. And while all that's going on, Joshua and Wilder are being consistent. Same trainer, same focus, same dedication. So that's it. I haven't got much more to say, really. There's no topics to talk about for now. These are things we need to think about and just be honest. Be honest. Ben Davison was so good. Was so good. Billy Jones left us. Right. Oh dear, master slave. LOL. It is what it is, isn't it? Is it a master slave relationship? Some resume though, 2 fights, both champs in own right. He could retire happy. At least he has Tyson interested in boxing again, one step at a time, considering he was a fat slob retired last year. To be honest, anybody could have got Tyson interested in boxing again. It's called money. Please don't give Davison all that credit. I'm not saying he didn't get whipped. I don't know what Davison's done. I just don't know. Hughie has no respect for Davison. Tyson would give Ben a wedge and call him a pussy. You need a trainer you respect massively. Dave Price beats Hughie Fury. Oh, title to your opinion. Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn are snakes, only care about Hearn dynasty. Well, that's what you do when you're family, isn't it? Crawford Spence, Thurman Garcia, who's left standing? Not sure. England Seasley, though, you could do a better job than Ben Dover. No disrespect. No, I don't think so, Terry, because one of 2 things would happen. A, I wouldn't train Tyson. If I were a professional trainer, I wouldn't train Tyson. I wouldn't train Tyson because I wouldn't train him. I personally wouldn't train him. No, and I know what I want as a player. I want, and this is from the success I've had playing numerous tournaments at Lords and winning numerous tournaments at Lords, going to Australia, winning 1-day tournament titles and 2-day titles with adult sides. Ultimately, you need respect. You need somebody who's going to listen. You need somebody who's going to do the work. You need somebody who's going to stick to a game plan. You need somebody who's going to be consistent. You need somebody who's going to look after their body in and outside the ring. You need somebody who's going to turn up ready to work on technique. I'm not a fitness trainer. It's not my job to get you fit. My job is to get you your technique better so you can be the best. So when you get on the field mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. When that ball comes to you as a bowler, ball's been bowled to you, you're ready to get in position and play the shots you need to play without any thought because you're confident you're ready. As a bowler, you're ready to knock stumps over. As a fielder, you know when you put your hands to take that catch, you've done it thousands of times in practice. You know, as a keeper, you know you can take that catch. Everybody knows who I'm coaching, knows what they're doing, why they're doing, what they're doing, why they're doing, what the purpose of it is for. And that's drilled over and over and over again. You need consistency as a coach. You need trust. You need the fighter player to be responsible for their own actions. That's it, really. England standards. Hearn put Johnson in lion's den, just like McDonald in Japan. Well, the one thing that Johnson has in his favour is that he can punch. And the other thing that Johnson's got in his favour is that he's got some amateur experience. And, you know, Callum Johnson can punch, he can crack. So, he's got some skill level about him, Johnson. Whether he beats Babitev, I don't know. Or Berbatov, I don't know if he beats Berbatov. But I do know he can punch. So he's got a puncher's chance going in there, as opposed to Jamie McDowell that had just no puncher's chance. Hughie has not got the power, and Price is the biggest punching heavyweight. That's nice to know. He's really up for this. Yeah, that's right. He's a promoter. He can say what he wants to say. That's his job as a promoter, to say what he's got to say. But, you know, what he says and what he thinks are two different things. Tyson's an erratic maverick. He's like Gaza, very gifted but a lunatic. Need somebody to be able to handle that. Hearn is a proven liar. His dad Barry is one who eggs him on. Well, is what it is. He will have Scotland behind him. He will up the road as well. Right. I think I'm done. Is there anything else I need to talk about that comes to mind? Because I'm well over my time. I've got a date tonight. Got something very special to do with 2 cups. So I'm going to end this night here. I think that's it. 33 people watching. Yeah, nice. Time to end it. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, do subscribe. If you like the videos, do subscribe. And does anyone think Tyson won't be 10 pints deep tomorrow after seeing 8 footballs coming home? Tony Yokov missed 3 drug tests. Spoke about it earlier. Sky is all like that. Nelson is a total company man. Good evening, BK. Good night. Are you watching? Are you doing watch along for England? No, is England playing tomorrow? Damn, are they playing tomorrow? Are they playing Saturday? Shit. I've got barbecue tomorrow. I don't know how it's gonna happen. What good is it? Gosh, I have to listen to the radio or something. Right. Laters, everyone. Thank you all so much. Appreciate you. Ingram, do a talk on esoteric symbolism in boxing and other sports too. There's a deep rabbit hole. Saturday, 3 p.m. Oh, that's all right. Oh, I'll be on by... Oh, whoa. Well, I might not be on by then. I might be covering a big event. Oh, shoot. I have to skip that event. What I'll do a preview show for England versus Sweden. That's going to be a good... I'll do an England preview show. Right? I'm out of here, people. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you all soon. Take care, boxing fans.